Good afternoon, you're joining me, Deshan Gonawala, on your lunchtime news here on TV1. As usual, we've got the very latest from here at home and around the world lined up for you today. But before we take a look at these stories in detail, let's first have a look at your headlines. Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights set to consider the report on Sri Lanka in Geneva today. Ministry of Power and Energy says there is no power crisis in the country and posts circulating via social media are false. Isuru Chaminda Samaratunga, alias Kaduwala Babi, has been arrested in Kaduwala. Australia cuts annual immigrant cap, puts key cities off limits to some. Now, in your lead story this afternoon, and what is the talk of the town, the report on Sri Lanka by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights is due to be presented in Geneva today. The report will look into Sri Lanka's actions in the areas of reconciliation, accountability and human rights. The 40th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council is currently taking place in Geneva. The High Commissioner will express her views on Sri Lanka's progress in fulfilling the obligations made in Resolution 30/1 of 2015 to improve Sri Lanka's record in reconciliation, accountability and human rights. The session is due to start at 1:30 p.m. Sri Lankan time, with Sri Lanka's case to be taken up for consideration in the first session. Following the presentation of views by the High Commissioner, the Sri Lankan delegation headed by Foreign Minister Tilak Marapana will express their stance. The Sri Lankan Permanent Mission in Geneva told Newsfirst that 15 groups, including NGOs, are set to speak on Sri Lanka's human rights record. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka is set to submit a rollover resolution requesting an extension of 2 years to fulfill the promises they initially made in 2015. A core group of nations, including the United Kingdom, are to present this resolution, which is also set to be co-sponsored by Sri Lanka. Now, in more news here at home, the output of the second generator of the Norochole power plant, which was subject to repairs, has been re-added to the national electric grid.
As a result, media spokesperson of Ministry of Power and Energy, Sulakshana Jayawardena, said that there will be no sudden breakdown in the supply of electricity. The second generator has been restored from last night. It will function at full capacity. As a result of the breakdown, we saw some areas lose electrical power. But after that, repairs at the Lakvijaya plant, things have returned to normal. As a result, power cuts will come to an end now. The second generator of the Norochole coal power plant broke down at around 11 am on Monday. As a result, 270 megawatt were lost to the national grid. A number of areas across Galle, Kalutara, Kandy, Kurunegala, Anuradhapura and Trincomalee were affected, resulting in a disruption to the locals' daily lives.
Now, an individual sustained injuries in a shooting that took place in the Moradawala area in Pallattara in Beliyatta.
Has been identified to be UNP member of the Beliyatta Pradeshiya Sabha, Kapila Priyadarshana Amarakon. He has been subjected to the shooting while he was sleeping at his home. As per police spokesperson Ruwan Gunasekara, the injured individual has been admitted to the Tangol hospital.
Now, Isuru Chaminda Samaratunga, aka Kaduwala Babi, yet another frontline drug dealer, has been arrested in Pittugala in Kaduwala. The arrest was carried out by the police special task force.
According to police media spokesperson, Police Superintendent Ruwan Gunasekara, more than 600 grams of heroin and over a kilogram of Kerala ganja has also been found in the suspect's possession. The suspect is said to be a close aide of the infamous Angoda Lokka.
Now, the foundation stone for the Dhamma school building of the Siriketta Rama Viharaya in Pannavala in Dompe was laid at an event today. UNP MP Harshana Raja Karuna graced the event as the chief guest. The building is being constructed under the Sisudam Sevana program, a project by UNP Deputy Leader Sajith Premadasa. A sum of 4 million rupees is being spent on the building. The MP expressed these views to the media following the event. Who created this problem? The former government did. The main topic of the previous regime at the elections was the electric chair. Even though the report says many things, we as a government cannot agree to a hybrid court. But if we need specialist help, we may have to get foreign assistance.
Technical assistance. And ඒ වගේ කටයුතු වලදී අපිට විදේශීය සහාය ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්.
Now in more local news, a media conference to create awareness on the multi-religious walk and rally to be held on the 31st of March was held in Colombo yesterday. The media conference was attended by His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit and a number of religious leaders. We are taking different steps to end this menace. About that we must be happy. But in our country we see interest declining as time goes on. When the situation worsens again, the interest rises. We are of the stance that we must get rid of this problem as soon as possible. It doesn't just affect one group, it affects everyone across race and religion. Now a meeting of the Janatseta Peramuna took place in Kandy under the auspices of its leader, the Venerable Battaramulle Seelaratna Thera.
A number of party activists were also at the event. Ranil Wickramasinghe destroyed the country. He has done no good. We gave them 5 years and they are enjoying as many luxuries as they can. Ranil Wickramasinghe only wants to sell the country, not to develop it. In 2023, we have to repay $17 billion. We don't have the economy to do it, nor the production. They make the people debtors and continue to enjoy.
Now residents of Baragama in Ambalantota carried out a protest demanding a solution to their water problem.
The residents state that the water distributed across 5 villages through the Randiyavara village water program is insufficient. The protesters arrive at the Randiyavara village water project office grounds to express their dismay. The protesters stated that around 1,900 families benefit from the project but have seen water supply inadequate over the last 3 months. The protesters demand that the project to be taken over by the water board. They further allege that the current state of the project is due to officials siphoning out resources. But the officials refute these claims, stating that the reason behind the failure is the breakdown of 2 motors.
There is no water to drink. Because they want to get by, they release a little water during the night time. How will we have the use of it in the night? These 5 villages have 5 schools in them. The people are helpless because they are stealing our money. We need water to cook. We need water when we wake up in the morning. We demand that they provide us with water.
We are working with 1 motor, so there is less water. So we are compelled to give water through this. We can only go on like this till Saturday. After that we will get a new motor. Once that happens, we will have no issue.
Now the elephant problem is one that has been causing a large disruption to lives of people across Sri Lanka, particularly in the Hambantota district. Now a number of houses were damaged as elephants encroached on village settlements in the Suryavava area of Hambantota recently.
Locals state that they face this threat consistently. They add that the elephants enter villages to consume cooked food. They further added that the fence that lies around the village is not of the required standard, resulting in this scenario. The villagers request that they be given an effective fence to contain this issue.
Now an elephant has been injured in the Habarana Reserve after being shot by a poaching gun. Today is also Madin, full moon Poya day.
This Poya day is important in the Buddhist calendar as it is on a day that Prince Siddhartha Gautama, after leaving the royal palace, visited the city of Kimbulvatpura for the first time as the Samma Sambuddha. It was on a day like today that the Buddha, along with the retinue of 20,000 disciples, trekked from Velwanarame to Kimbulvatpura to meet his father's King Suddhodana, relatives and friends of the Sakya clan. Princess Yasodhara taking refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and the ordination of her son Rahula and Prince Nanda were some of the important events that took place on this day. In lieu of the Poya Day, religious observances were carried out at the Shakyamalake opposite the Capital Maharaja organization once again today. Today's religious proceedings were organized by the officials of Kivilton Private Limited Company. Group Director Anil De Silva and several other officials attended the religious observances.